Greetings, welcome to another video. So I wanted to show you this successful installation of VMware workstation, and here is a virtual machine that I'm setting up just to try and make sure that it works. Alright, the host system is Gentoo, as you can see here. Okay, and yes, it's probably working. No errors so far, except some errors that we can ignore, like complaining about VM tools or something like that, VMware tools. Alright, so the installation was not that easy. It was a little tricky. There is the wiki of Gentoo on their official official website. I don't say it's useless, no, it's very useful, but there are some people that managed to prepare or port the package to Gentoo, which was put in an overlay. The overlays are the non-official Gentoo repositories, just like the AUR, but they are so many. AUR is one, everything you can find it there from the users. But for Gentoo, it's just like PPAs. Each or almost every user can have his own PPA or his own overlay. Okay. Alright, so the first step to install the package, which is VMware workstation, is to look for it. How to do that? It's by typing this command. You need to understand that when you type this command EIX, by default it's not gonna work. You need to install it and set it up. We can make a video about it if you want. Just comment below and we will make a video about it. As well as make sure you subscribe, you comment, you like. If you face any other problem, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below. So the first thing we need to do here is EIX-big R VMware. Okay, so from all of this, what you need to take if you want to install VMware workstation, you need to figure out which overlay contains VMware workstation with a specific version, as well as the modules, which are very important, and they are the problem with the official wiki. I will tell you how. You need to make sure that they are from the same overlay, so you simply enable one overlay and then you install from it the two packages, VMware modules and VMware workstation. Okay, you have two options I found, or more or less. The first one is this overlay, which enabling it is a little tricky. I'm gonna tell you how. Or it's enabled on my system. And the second one is this Nest. Okay, for me I wanted to install VMware workstation 16, but sometimes when you choose the version, because there is a way on Gentoo, we can make a video about it as well. If you want a video, comment down below. So if you want to install a specific version of a specific package on Gentoo, as long as it is still supported, you go on the packages on Gentoo official website, and you will be able to see if the version is still valid or is still supported or not. If it's not supported, you will not be able to install it, except if there is an overlay that still contains it, and it's risky if the package is a little critical or can expose your system to malicious stuff or risky stuff from the cybersecurity side. So to enable this thing, I ran a command which was eselect repository odd. I'll show you the command first. Okay, you cannot, if you want to run the command, and like if you go to the GitHub page of the person who made this overlay, and this person needs to be thanked. I thank him very much. You cannot run this command. Layman is dropped. It's no longer used on Gentoo because of its flaws, security flaws. So, and because of the bugs, so you should not use layman. The best alternative is select repository, and the command should be select repository odd, and then the name of the repository, which in our case is this one. This is the name. Okay, and then the sync type, which is git. As you can see, it's from GitHub. I guess here it tells it. No, it doesn't tell if it's git or not. And then the link. How you get the link? I'm gonna give you the full command. You get the link by coming here and copying this thing. So the command becomes select repository odd. We put this thing. No, sorry. The name should be this thing. Let's keep his name. Why not? We can put another name, but I prefer keeping his name because he made this effort, and we should thank him for it. And then git the type of the sync, and then paste. When you run this command, I don't need to run it. You need to run it, of course, as sudo. I don't need to run it because I did run it before. When you run this command, I'm just going to show you. It will odd the repository. It says here, error, repository already enabled. I enabled it. Okay? So this is the first step. Second step is sudo ement, if I'm not mistaken, sync, and pronouncing it, of course, dash small r, and then the name of the repository, which is this one. Enter. After you put this command, you enter. Press enter. Okay, we no need to continue because it's going to sync all the repositories of the overlays. No need to keep up with it. After you do this, you need to accept the license, because there is a license, and this is very important. You see the importance of licenses now. Every time you want to install a specific package, you face a barrier, which is accepting the license. If you don't accept the license by going and modifying some config files, like I'm going to show you now, you cannot install the package, so you can understand how important are the licenses. It's not like, for example, when you install a package on Windows, you just tick or a checkbox, accept the agreement and whatever. No, this is important. So you go to sudo, you run this command, or you choose whichever text editor you want, /etc /portage /package accept, no, not accept, sorry, license, and then I put it in a file. If you have a folder for package.license, you prepare a file. Yes, so here you can see that you need to accept the license in order to install your package. Okay, and then the next thing you need to do is if you did not enable there are probably, if we can say, there are two types of packages on Gentoo. The first one is when this thing is enabled for AMD architecture. When this thing is enabled, it installs the newest versions of all the packages. And the second one is without that one. It's without that one, which means that it installs the packages that are tested, or we can say stable. So for you, if you have that one enabled, you don't need to do this step. If you do not have it, just like me, you need to do this step, which is sudo nano or any text editor, portage, package, accept keywords, and then you make a file for it, and you put these two things here with this keyword. Okay? If you have it enabled by default, if you have put this keyword, accept keyword, in your make.conf or whichever place, you don't need to do this step. And then the next thing you need to do is, I hope I did not forget any of the steps, and I'm sorry for not recording during the installation because it was like I wasn't sure if it's gonna work or not. So the next step is to sudo emerge. I hope I did not forget any other step. Now sudo emerge vmware workstation and then vmware modules. For me, I'm gonna specify these ones because I installed them and I'm not gonna install them again. This thing, okay, so when we talk about VMware standby, I have all these ones. All right, I have nothing here. Okay, so gentoo VMware. Yes, this one, this page, the official wiki page. This may work for you and may not. So this is the alternative way to install VMware and to make sure you don't face as many errors as possible, and you can update from the official package manager of Gentoo. You can update your VMware installation, and that's good. For me, I always prefer to use the official package manager of any distribution in order to be able to track the updates, and whenever I don't use the package manager, I will be under the risk or the danger of having some packages that are not updated, and I will need some more efforts in order to update those packages. So this one, for this one you download, it says here that you download it, you run these two commands, you make the downloaded file, which is the installation file, you make it executable, and then you run. After you do all of this, you configure your kernel like this. If it's not binary, we will talk about this one day, and then you run this command. For me, when I run this command, I face errors. Sometimes it doesn't finish. It is about compiling the kernel modules for VMware Workstation. For me, in many cases it did not work. That's why I tried to find this method, and it worked for me, as you have seen. So for you, the next thing you do is to run this command. Okay? For me, I'm not gonna run it. You press Y when you run this command, or you can run it without this thing. Okay? After you run this command, you run sudo rc service vmware start. For me, I'm facing errors here. However, it's working. Probably some of the services are not running and some others are running, and the ones that are running don't cause the program to break. They let the program run. We will solve this. After you run this thing, there is a small thing that you need to understand or you need to do. The small thing that you need to understand or do right now, as you know, VMware Workstation is not a free application, it's not a free program. So you will have to activate it. After you get your activation code or key, you need to go to the application or the GUI and insert it right there. It will not let you run unless you insert it or you choose the trial. If it did not work, you run this command, sudo -opt/vmware/lib/vmware/bin/vmware-vmx-debug --new-sn, and then your key, all of it, you put it there and you enter, and then you're good to go. Okay, it's true here I faced some errors about enabling this thing. I will try to check it later and tell you about the result if needed. Otherwise, for me it's working, as you have seen here. Here it's working. This is This is CentOS 7 and it's working as you see. Does it fully work? We will check right now in front of you. However, the rest is as I said to you. Let's check the connection. Let's wish it works. Never mind this one. Maybe the problem is with the connection, right? It can be. Network. Sometimes for CentOS and distros that are similar, you have to enable yourself the connection. I remember I installed Alma Linux and the connection was not run automatically, but in this case I guess the network is not working. Then we try here, edit. Settings. Save. Go to the settings here. I don't know if it's working or not. We can try here IP space A. It's supposed to add. It's supposed to add the new interface for VMware. So in general, it's working now, and I will try to look for the solution of the network issue, and I'm gonna post it in a video. Okay. Otherwise, that was the way I installed it, or I managed to install and set up VMware Workstation with the kernel modules, and they sound like they are working already. Let's try to lsmod grep vmnet. Yes, the kernel module for the internet, for the connection is this, for the network. Okay, so I will hope that I can find a solution for this thing. Otherwise, if you found a solution for it, comment down. If it worked 100% successfully for you, comment down. Otherwise, I will make sure I will upload a video about it as soon as I can. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.